Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Interesting story yesterday on Channel 9. So Australia's youngest MP, her name is Georgie Purcell. She's in she's in the Animal Justice Party. She's 31 years old. And there was a story in Victoria about duck hunting. So she was featured on the news. She put out a post because what happens is there's an image that goes with the story. If the newsreader is talking, there'll be an image beside the story with maybe just a photograph of the person involved. So there's a picture of her with some pictures with someone with a gun hunting some ducks behind her. And she put out a social post yesterday saying, I endured a lot yesterday, but having my body and outfit photoshopped by a media outlet was not on my bingo card. Note the enlarged boobs and outfit to be made more revealing. Can't imagine this happening to a male MP. What gives? And so she's put up the original image of her photograph plus what this technology, the photoshopping, has done. And what it has done is it's made her breasts look larger. They've enhanced the shadow underneath the breast. And they've turned what is a regular kind of strapless dress into a crop top and a skirt.
A subtle crop top, though.
Well, no, they've added a stomach.
Yeah,
They've
but not
made it look
much
like she's
to-
wearing a crop top.
Yeah, of course, yes.
But
I
why
agree.
do it? Why do it at all? And Channel 9, she called out Channel 9 on this. This is Director of News in Melbourne, who said in a statement, I'd like to apologise for a graphic error, but they say the graphics department sourced an online image of her to use in our story on duck hunting. As is common practice, the image was resized to fit our specs. During that process, the automation by Photoshop created an image that wasn't consistent with the original. This doesn't meet our normal standards. We apologise. From what I hear, a number of people who work with this Photoshop technology, including Jenna, our digital guru here, who works with this technology, this stuff doesn't happen on its own, particularly for the news. You don't just resize an image and let it do it. This has been humanly altered. And her point is why? Why have you done this to a female politician, the youngest one in our parliament, who has to fight for authority and to be taken seriously anyway? And another reason why this issue is so close to her heart is she's had to fight to be taken seriously because when she was 19 years old, a photo of her was leaked as where she worked as a stripper and as a topless waitress to make ends meet at university. She also worked in a call centre, whatever. So she, as she says here, she was fearful at that time that her dream of being a lawyer or a politician would disappear. And as she said, she had to own it. She stood up in Parliament and said, here's how I felt when those images were leaked. She said, we all have a past and a digital footprint. And for younger politicians, it's more traceable than for the average politician. So she said, after I shared my story, I felt the weight was lifted from my shoulders. So ever since then, she's had to work to gain the self-confidence and the respect of others for her to be our youngest MP and to have this image that, as you say, it's subtle. It's subtle, but it's everything. Why alter her image to make her bosoms look bigger and to make her dress more sexualised? Why do it?
We were talking about this morning when I came into work, and it's the classic guy-girl divide because the girls here were all talking about it. And men would have no problem with that. If I had a picture of me and I was the duck hunting guy or the anti-duck hunting guy because I couldn't shoot a little ducky, I'd be going, oh, yeah, make me look better. Yeah, I don't want to look like a big fatso. Get rid of my gut and, look at Trump. Trump loves all these digital.
He had a photo posted the other day of him. He had 6 fingers praying in a church. He didn't care. Maybe you're right. But for young women, for all women, to be taken seriously in Parliament, for young women to be taken seriously in Parliament, for a woman like Georgie who's overcome a lot of stuff to be taken seriously, this is a big deal.
But maybe they were just making it more visually appealing.
Well, why not put her in a bikini? At what point do you stop? Why have to make her more visually appealing? This is the point. She's saying, why do you have to make me look more visually appealing? They've, as I said, Channel 9 have apologised and said it was our technology was automated. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But with, a very interesting debate to be having.
Maybe we're going to get those graphics that they have on SBS. Just boom. That's what we're going to go back to. Is
Is there a serious conversation we can have in here about
I'm
this?
serious about this.
No, you're not. Let's get the SBS graphics so they have no clothes on.
No,
That's not the solution.
SBS have clothes on. I'm talking about their graphics. They don't have the technology that Channel 9
I see
does.
what you mean.
You know, just the basic graphics.
Yeah.
TV is a visual medium, after all.
Yeah, but they have a picture of her.
Sure.
Just put her picture up.
Maybe the digital guy, have a word to him, say, listen, or the digital girl, could be a digital girl.
You never know. Of course.
These are the times that we live.
Why has this decision been made, though? Interesting.